Nepal, where mountains are always welcoming, hills are always inviting, and plains are truly vibrant. But sometimes in life, we are bound by the concrete, even though it has its own charms to keep us awestruck. And once we stand and stare, we realize that this Patan city, we find it often struggling for its visibility, but it actually oozes us with ancient fragrance and offers the vibrant colors of the day-to-day life. Namaste and Jojulapa. I'm Alicia Bastracharya and welcome to my religious journey. Behind me is Krishna Mandir, Krishna Temple, one of the important temples of the Patan Valley. And what fascinated me more was, according to the legend, King Siddhi Narsimhamala once in his dream saw Lord Krishna and his consort Radha standing in front of the royal palace, and the very next day he ordered to build a temple in that spot. And the same spot today happened to be a beautiful Krishna Mandir. But the earthquake that struck Nepal in 2015, 21st April, has shaken most of the pots, most of the monuments and monasteries of the Patan Deva Square. But it's not completely destroyed. So the reconstruction and renewal process is in the last phase. So without a further ado, let's begin with our journey. In the daytime, around 1 p.m. at Patan Deva Square, which happened to be our avenue leading us to our destination, we found foreign tourists and locals observing the ongoing reconstruction works. However, this post-earthquake changes in Patan Deva Square has attracted a good number of tourists. The ancient parts and architecture of the historical heritages which were broken into pieces are being assembled or replicated with the help of this traditional and craftsmen working together to restore the beauty once again. The fences have been built around earthquake-hit temples and will remain closed until rebuilt or renovated. Sural Dhaka Topi, these elderly men and women add flavors to the neoclassically built Deva Square. And in no time you'll observe that the whole area of Deva Square is filled with onlookers, friends, families, relatives, and many more. And it definitely is echo between the ancient charms and the modern hymns. Jojolopa, Mafu. In today's episode, we have decided to take you to the every nooks and possible corners of the Patan Deva Square that will lead us to our today's destination. Patan unveils its treasures in the narrowest of its lanes, keeping its intangible heritages alive, where God and goddesses comes alive. Situated at a very quiet street of Lalitpur Street, Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, is our today's destination. And from the spot I'm standing here, Patan Deva Square, our today's destination is just 5 minutes away. So if you're coming from Kathmandu, you can just take buses that travel between Ratna Park and a gateway to Lalitpur. And the journey is about 30 minutes. Patan is a favorite location well known for hand-worked metal sculpture art, which is the most advanced and appreciated art of Nepal. In many of the alleys in Patan, we can find many workshops and stores creating a vast pool of metal sculptures art for buyers to choose from. And the dominant colors happen to be golden, red and green. Still today, we find this craftsman devoted to the ancient and cultural gift which has been passed down by the ancestors. A large piece of metal sculpture can take up to 6 months to create. From the traditional carpet weavers to the god makers who make these beautiful statues, to the sweet sellers, to the people way of life still traditional, the outfit and the ancient homes. The view is just like the modern museum coming alive. And yes, definitely this place is one of the oldest settlements here in Patan. And seeing this beautifully integrally carved metal statues of various deities, we can figure out the amount of love and hard work they have invested in putting these pieces all together. And yes, this is the perfect exemplification of the one man, one kind of the workmanship. And the view is absolutely divine and magical. Therefore, this royal city is known as City of Artists. Yes, finally we are here to our today's destination, Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple. There are two entrances to the Hiranyavarna Mahavihar. One is via the stone doorway from the east, from where we will proceed now, and another one is via one of the interlinked from the northern side to the east, which is a wooden doorway. And yes, at the entrance, as you can see, we are presided over by the two gaudy lions and the 1886 signature of Hiranyavarna, a master stone mason who sculpted a fine doorway with its frieze of Buddhist deities. Let's get inside. At the entrance, there were many tourists from worldwide and worshippers coming in and out from the highly holy place Hiranyavarna Mahavihar. The first doorway has led us to a small open enclosure, and yes, while entering from the first doorway, we can also note the images of Buddhist and Hindu deities that decorates the doorway. And yes, as you can see here, there's a ticket counter, and yes, according to the ticket counter staff, we just came to know that the temple is open daily and there's no admission fees, but there's a nominal charge for tourists. And leather items and other shoes are supposed to be removed before entering inside the interior of the courtyard. And yes, photography is not allowed inside the shrine, but it is allowed elsewhere in the interior of the courtyard. So without a further ado, we are going to another doorway that will lead us directly to the main courtyard of our today's destination, Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple. Hiranyavarna Mahavihar is one of the wonders of Patan. Untouched by the earthquake, this monastery was allegedly founded in 12th century and was built by the Buddhist ruler Vasco da Gama. And yes, the temple Hiranyavarna Mahavihar has got its unique name, Golden Temple, because of most of the gilded metal plates that cover most of the frontage, and it is one of the beautiful in the Patan Valley. And at the entrance, as you can see, we are presided and guarded over by the two large elephants and riders that are hosted by gleaming images of Buddhist figures. On the southern side of the Bihar and the ground floor, there are two fine images of Bodhi, Tara and Manjushri. Tara representing the entire enlightened activities of all Buddhas, and hence she is called the mother of Buddhas. Tara is known as the greatest liberator from 8 kinds of danger or fears. shrine is a smaller shrine which is believed to be containing a self-erection Swambhu Chaitya, small stupa. And yes, this temple is described as the highly opulent temple in Nepal since it is quite really ornate, and many of the artifacts present inside the temple is highly detailed. There were many mystical ponds in Kathmandu Valley according to legends, and one of these mystical ponds is situated in the middle of this Mahavihar. Inside the pond there is Ratna Chaitya enshrined, and this pond is guarded by two holy serpents, Barun and Barunwati. Shakya, driven out of Kapilvastu, has come to this valley, and Ananda Bhikkhu instructed them to settle around this pond and pray to this Ratna Chaitya as their deity. It was so kind and humble of Lok Ratna Shakya, General Secretary of Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, for giving us the insight into this legendary history and origin on Golden Temple.
किरात कालमा यो बिहार निर्माण हुन अगाडि यहाँ पोखरी थियो। यो पोखरी भएको बेलामा यस पोखरीको बीचमा यहाँ रत्न चैत्य विराजमान पनि भएको थियो। यो रत्न चैत्य विराजमान भएको रत्न चैत्यलाई यो संरक्षण गर्नको लागि वरुण र वरुणवती भन्ने एक जोड नागले यहाँ चाहिँ यो चैत्यलाई संरक्षण गरेको छ। त्यसपछि त्यहाँ चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ नेपालमा किरात राजा जिते दस्ती, सातौं किराती राजा जिते दस्तीको पालोमा यहाँ चाहिँ बुद्धको अन्तिम समयतिर कपिलवस्तुमा त्यहाँ चाहिँ राजा प्रसन्नजितका छोरा विदुरले आक्रमण गरे। त्यो आक्रमण गरेको बेलामा त्यहाँ कपिलवस्तुका शाक्यहरू यहाँ काठमाडौँ उपत्यकामा आएर बसोबास गरे। त्यही बसोबास गरेका शाक्यहरूमध्ये आनन्द भिक्षुका परिवारहरू यो पहिला यो पोखरी थियो, यो पोखरीको चाहिँ वरिपरि चाहिँ बसोबास गरी बसेका त्यस बेला चाहिँ अनि पछि भगवान बुद्ध महापरिनिर्वाण पछि 218 वर्षपछि अनि सम्राट अशोकले यो बुद्ध धर्म प्रचार गर्ने सिलसिलामा यहाँ भारतदेखि सानो ठुलो चाहिँ स्तूपहरू निर्माण गर्दै आफ्नो छोरी चारुमतीलाई यहाँ नेपालमा चाहिँ यहाँ काठमाडौँमा पठाएर ललितपुरको चाहिँ चारवटा दिशामा चारवटा चाहिँ ठुल्ठुला स्तूपा थुरहरू बनाउन लगाए। अनि त्यो थुरहरू चाहिँ चारुमतीले त्यो चारवटा थुर बनाएको चाहिँ देखेर प्रभावित भए। यो पोखरीको वरिपरि बसेका शाक्यहरूले अनि यहाँका चाहिँ यो पोखरीको पानीलाई बीचमा चाहिँ खाल्टो खनी पानी सबै बीचमा जम्मा गरेपछि अनि यसको चाहिँ चारैतिर यो चाहिँ गारो लगाई, गारोमाथि दलिन बिसाई, त्यसमाथि इँटा छापेर यहाँ स्वयं चैत्य स्थापना गरेर यो बिहार निर्माण गरे।
The main shrine, which is directly behind the smaller shrine, contains the statue of Siddhartha Gautam, who became the Buddha and on whose teaching Buddhism is found. A copper image of Lord Shakyamuni Buddha is installed in the ground floor of the main shrine room known as Kandakuti. Out of compassion for humanity, he taught several different means of enlightenment in the form of sutra and tantra, and performed innumerable activities for 45 years in the subcontinent for the benefit of all sentient beings. Namaste. This place is both historic and current, very well kept and a very clean temple. You just need to stop in, light the butter lamp candle, anoint your forehead with the red mineral powder, say a prayer. In fact, pray for the world peace. And just you can watch the monks and worshippers perform the daily routines. The view is absolutely serene. You just need to come here and stop by. Step inside this beautiful Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, to experience the peacefulness of the Buddhist sanctuary and the wonderful religious artwork. And yes, in the four corners of this courtyard, you can find the four very beautiful statues of Alokeshwara, which is believed to be an incarnation of Alokiteshvara. And also in the four corners of this courtyard, you can find the monkeys in these statues, which is believed to be containing a jackfruit as an offering. And the view is absolutely divine and magical. The four images of Lokeshwara, God of compassion in standing position, are placed in all four corners of the courtyard and are considered to be of great significance. According to my search, यहाँ मुसालाई स्पेशल प्लेस छ जहाँ मुसालाई फिड गराइन्छ
त्यो मुसाको चाहिँ आँखा चाहिँ डायमन्ड जस्तै चाहिँ टल्किने जिउ सबै चाहिँ सुन जस्तो चाहिँ पहेँलो चाहिँ वर्णको चाहिँ जिउ त्यो हेर्ने भन्ने मुसा त्यो बोडीसुटको रूपमा चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ आएर यहाँ बसेको हुनाले त्यही मुसालाई चाहिँ मुसाको नामबाट यो बिहारको नाम चाहिँ हिर्निक मुसाको नामबाट यो बिहारको नाम हिर्ने वर्ण महाविहार राख्यो अनि त्यही मुसालाई चाहिँ यहाँ चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ दिनका दिन यहाँ चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ चामलहरू मुसाले खानुपर्ने राख्नुपर्छ अनि जुन पहिले यहाँ के थियो भने त्यो हेर्निक मुसाले बिरालोले चाहिँ लखिट्ने चाहिँ ठाउँमा यो चाहिँ यहाँ बिहार बनाएर यहाँ मन्दिर बनाएर मलाई चाहिँ यहाँ स्थापना गरिदेऊ भनेर चाहिँ यहाँका बुद्ध मूर्तिले चाहिँ राजा भास्कर देवलाई सपनामा चाहिँ देखेको हुनाले त्यही अनुसार राजा भास्कर देवले चाहिँ यहाँ मन्दिर बनाएर चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ
entrance to the southern part, there is a small door which will lead us to the stairs to the upper floor chapel. So without further ado, let's get inside. Yes, every time I come to this beautiful and elegant Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, there's so much to soak in. The premises is itself beautiful, though small, very well kept. Amitabha in Sanskrit means immeasurable light. It resides in the western land of unlimited bliss. When he used a bodhisattva, he was called Bhikkhu Dharmakar. He made 48 vows to establish an adorned land of unlimited bliss to ferry over those living beings across the world by reciting his names. On the basis of those vows, any living beings who has faith, makes vows and practices diligently will be received by this Buddha, and devotees will be reborn in the pure land of bliss known as Sukhavati Bhavan.
यो चाहिँ बुद्ध अमिताभ बुद्ध हो अमिताभ बुद्ध पनि यो सुखावती भवनमा चाहिँ विराजमान हुने चाहिँ बुद्ध हो अनि यसको दायाँ बायाँ दुईजना बोधिसत्वको चाहिँ मूर्तिहरू राखेका छन् अनि त्यसको चाहिँ दायाँपट्टि उता चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ अमिताभ बुद्धको भवनको बारेमा चाहिँ यो नेवारी शैलीमा यो चाहिँ पौभार चाहिँ लेखिएको छ भने बायाँ चाहिँ साइडमा उता यो अक्षफे बुद्धको नेवारी शैलीमै यो चाहिँ पौभा लेखिएको छ
And yes, I recommend everyone to come visit this beautiful place once in a lifetime, because as we all know that we only have one life to live, and in this one life we wouldn't dare to miss this beautiful monasteries and monuments built by the Buddhists and the followers, because to make our one life worthwhile we must visit these beautiful places. Look at the artifacts present inside the courtyard. It's absolutely priceless. And the intricately carved statues of various deities inside this premises courtyard of beautiful Hiranyavarna Mahavihar is absolutely a heavenly experience. these rows of prayer wheels while walking among the worshippers, we can find a further example of the religious artwork, including the impressive statues of Aryatara, statues of respected deities, centuries-old frescoes, and elaborated carvings. And yes, just on the northern side of this courtyard, as you can see, a board bearing a message saying "Way to Monastery, Sri Amok Pasha Lokeshwara Gumba." So yes, we are on the way up to the stairs to the upper floor chapel, which is purely dedicated to the white eight-armed Lokeshwara. So without further ado, we'll just head on the upper floor. Yes, we are here at the upper floor chapel, which is purely dedicated to the white eight-armed Amok Pasha. And yes, also around this room, you can see the Tibetan style frescoes, murals, and religious sculptures as well. And it has been also learned that this is also a prayer quarter room, and in the early morning the sound of the prayers actually makes our day. So if possible, visit this place early morning. And my personal experience, every time I come to this beautiful, elegant Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, there's so much to soak in. The premises is itself beautiful, though small, but very well kept and a very clean temple. And please do not forget to take this upstairs, and please do not forget to take up to the stairs to this upper floor chapel to see this beautiful Gumba. It is truly a heavenly experience. In the shrine, a beautiful image of Amok Pasha Lokeshwara, flanked by standing green Tara and white Tara, are enshrined. It has eight-armed form of Alokiteshvara that seems to be very popular in Nepal since the Middle Ages, and this deity leads suffering sentient beings to enlightenment. Newar Buddhists, both laymen and women, perform upsada and silent fasting on special days of full moon and half moon days. The shrine serves as a center for Tibetan Buddhist teaching. Yes, I've just learned that the priest of this beautiful Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, is a young boy under the age of 12 who serves almost for 30 days, and he handed over his job over another young boy. And to know more on this, and the most interesting part is he's also known as Bapacha, the younger priest. So we'll have a little conversation with him, as I just saw him playing a carom board in his free time with his friend. So we'll just have a small conversation. Namaste.
Namaste.
के हो तिम्रो नाम?
10 वर्ष.
कति वर्ष?
10.
How sweet, he's confused of his age as well. Isn't that so cute? अनि पढ्दै हुनुहुन्छ?
यहाँ बस्दैन.
यहाँ बसाइ नपढ्ने. कति क्लासमा पढ्दै? 4 class. This Mahavihar has around 5,000 Sangha members, and it is also known as Yambaha Sangha community of followers. Every member will be custodian of this Mahavihar premises once in the lifetime for the period of 1 month. The main caretaker of the Shakyamuni Buddha is Babaja, the principal priest, and his assistant is the older priest. He is responsible to conduct daily rituals and rites as per the Vajrayana form of Buddhism from dusk to dawn. He seems to be a pro, so jitsa nai hola. So let's play. I feel extremely blessed and blissed to meet, talk, and spend some quality, blissful time with the young priest, Bapacha. Not only his greatness, his innocence and charm made me and my crew not willing to end conversation with this divine, a principal priest of 10 years who also aces in playing carom board and alluring people.
त्यो 12 वर्षको बच्चाले भने त्यो 5वटा सिल नबिग्रेको हुनाले त्यो बच्चालाई त्यो चाहिँ नि पुजारीको चाहिँ रूपमा नियुक्त गरेको हो। 5वटा सिल भनेको विश्वहरूले पालन गर्ने, प्राणी हिंसा नगर्ने, चोरी नगर्ने, व्यभिचार नगर्ने, झुटो कुरा नबोल्ने र सुरापान मद्यपान नगर्ने। त्यो 5वटा चाहिँ नियम नबिग्रिएको बच्चा हुनाले त्यो बच्चालाई चाहिँ नि त्यो पुजारीको रूपमा बापाचाको रूपमा चाहिँ पुजारी गरी चाहिँ नियुक्ति गरे।
This golden temple is a perfect place for custodian of exquisite religious art, sacred sculptures and sacred Buddha relics. गोल्डन टेम्पल भएर कस्तो फ्यासिनेट हुन्छ अनि फरेनर्सहरू पनि त्यही कारणले सुनेर पनि दे वान्ट टु भिजिट देयर वान्स राइट। अनि अहिले हेरिराख्नु भएको सबै दर्शकवृन्दलाई हामीले जसरी हिरण्यवर्ण महाविहार एभ्री टाइम आई मेन्सन्ड गोल्डन टेम्पल भनेर उहाँहरूलाई के भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ, के एउटा मुख्य कारणले गर्दा दे मस्ट भिजिट दिस प्लेस वान्स इन अ लाइफ टाइम भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ?
यो चाहिँ नि हाम्रो काठमाडौँ उपत्यकामा सबभन्दा चाहिँ नि यो ललितपुरमा चाहिँ सबभन्दा पहिलो निर्माण भएको चाहिँ बिहार हुनाले यो बिहारभन्दा पछि लिच्छवी काल मल्लकालमा निर्माण भएका चाहिँ गरेका बिहारहरूले एकदम चाहिँ यो बिहारलाई आदर गौरव गरेर चाहिँ यो बिहारलाई चाहिँ यो ठाउँ दिएको छ, सम्मान गरेको छ। अनि पहिला त चाहिँ यो बिहार किराँत कालमा निर्माण भएको हो, त्यसपछि लिच्छवी र मल्लकालमा निर्माण भएका बिहारहरूलाई यो बिहारले प्रतिनिधित्व गर्दै आएको छ।
Yes, today we have decided to conclude our today's program with a very refreshing and chocolatey kulfi. And every time I come to Patan, I would not afford to miss this very creamy and refreshing kulfi, and which is in fact the delightful treat of Patan Valley. And I'm always up for this kulfi any time of the day, year, or the weather, since it is freezing cold outside, but this is irresistible. You would definitely not want to miss this little jewel in the Patan city, Hiranyavarna Mahavihar, also known as Golden Temple, which excels rich in art and history. That's it for today. As I always say, we're always open to your suggestions and advices, and also please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Yes, with that, I, Alicia Bhattacharya, with my entire crew from Bodhi Television, Buddhism from Lumbini to the world, would like to continue our religious journey in the very next episode where we will take you to another Buddhist pilgrimage destination in the country. Till then, keep sharing love and happiness, because sharing seems to be always caring.